Welcome to Coffee Talk Marketing with Dominic Biggers and me, Chris Chesar. Each episode we'll be talking about all things digital marketing, the latest trends with tips on how... What are you doing? Dude, we're filming the intro.
Oh, look, I thought you were just practicing. Hold on. Got just a couple more bites.
With tips on how to be a successful online marketer and all the tools, apps, and resources that can help you grow your business. Today we'll be talking with a multiple six-figure earner who will share the challenges he faced during his journey on the path to success. So, Dominic, I know you're excited about our guest today.
Yes, I am excited about our guest today. Him and I attempted to do an interview back at the Builderall Mansion about a year and a half ago, but we were having all kinds of technical problems. I'm so excited to have this opportunity again because he is an amazing and inspirational person, and his story is incredible. Let's welcome our first guest, James Neville-Taylor.
Thanks so much, guys, for having me on. It's an honor to be here. I love the show. Big fan, so super excited to be here today.
It's awesome. So awesome to have you here, James. You honestly, me getting into Builderall is where I first saw your name around, and I just started following you and kind of mimicked a lot of the things that you did for my business. And it's been a slow roll, but I've learned so much from you. So you're definitely been a mentor to me and my business. So I want to just say that here and how much I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And you're one of my biggest fans. I see you popping up everywhere, liking all my stuff and everything. So I appreciate your support as well.
Thank you. So for those of you who don't know James Neville-Taylor, he has an amazing story. I mean, he is the true rags to riches story here. And in the last 3.5 years has created a business, a multiple six-figure business. And maybe James can tell us a little bit about his story, how it all started.
Yeah, absolutely. So I started back in 2017. That was when I first started to kind of get into anything entrepreneurial related. And I can truly say that was when I actually started. There's a lot of people who are saying how they went from 0 to 1 million in a year and stuff like that, but they failed to mention the 10 years before that where they're trying and failing. And I can truthfully say that before 2017, I was not trying anything. I was lost, hopeless, and wanted to end it all. So just a little bit of background on me without going into too much detail. I suffered with mental, physical, and sexual abuse as a child. I moved into 15 different care homes between the age of 11 and 15 and was truly alone for many years. I mean, I had no one I could speak to. I was in a very bad way for a long time. And after that, I got involved with some bad stuff. I got broken into multiple times a month, sometimes held up at gunpoint, knife point, axe point, and all sorts of things. And I went into kind of full hermit mode around 2010 and never went out unless I was under the influence of alcohol or worse. And that carried on until 2017 when I took an overdose for the final time. And I'm ashamed to say it wasn't the first time that I tried to take my own life, but it would be the last. And that near-death experience ignited a spark inside of me which carried me to success. It gave me a burning desire and burning will to make up for all the time that I'd wasted, and really gave me the burning drive that I needed to prove to not only everyone around me, but also prove to myself that I was more than what I'd wasted into over the years, and that I was capable of so much more. So that was the month that I decided to try again, January 2017, and that was the month that I decided to get into entrepreneurship. As at this point in my life, I was so socially inept. I found it hard to even be around people. I found it hard to make eye contact, let alone hold a conversation. So regular job, working in a factory, working behind a till, that was completely out of the question for me. That was not something that I was able to do. So the only logical thing was to dive into entrepreneurship, dive into a computer screen. I thought that I could make it without ever having to show my face, without ever being on camera. But as you can see, that didn't work out too well. But it did work out very well in a lot of respects. I've done things that I never thought possible. I've built up the confidence in myself to be able to try again, and that's one of the driving forces behind suicide and behind a lot of mental health problems, is the belief that you're never going to be able to match up, that you're never going to be able to achieve anything, and that kind of comparing yourself with other people at certain points kind of drives that that belief that you're never going to be able to achieve anything. So now I have achieved something, I want to give back, and I'm working to break the stigma around mental health, and raise awareness around it and help people into entrepreneurship.
That I can hear that story over and over and over again. It's just an amazing story, and I know quite a few people in my life that can identify with that story as well.
So, James, you talked about giving back. I hear rumors that you have a charity. Can you tell us a little bit about that charity you have coming?
Yeah, I'm in the beginning stages of getting a charity set up. I'm hoping it'll be finalized by the beginning of next year. And the charity's got a kind of three-pronged approach. So the first is raising awareness around mental health, sharing my story, sharing my message around mental health and my story from suicide to success, so people can believe that they have the potential within them to achieve something. So that's kind of step one. And then step two is helping people and preventing suicides, again, by sharing my story, by providing support for people who may be having those thoughts. And like I said before, I think one of the driving forces behind suicide is the fact that we feel so alone, because even though we've made great strides in the last few years, it's still a very taboo subject in some regards. So I aim to help break the stigma around that completely and give people the ability to open up, to talk about it, and so that it's not so much of a taboo subject, and that people can start to heal. Because I think the first step is always opening up about it, talking to someone, and having that ability to realize that it's not just you. I mean, I've shared my story in 9 different countries so far on stage, and every time I speak on stage, I get someone coming up to me after saying, "Thank you so much. I thought I was the only one. Thank you so much for opening up about it." And how it's affected them. So if people only knew how much that other people struggled, and how much percentage of the population actually struggled with some kind of mental health problem, then I think that it would go a long way to actually solving the problem, if people only knew. Because people feel so alone, like they're the only one, that there's something wrong with them. And like on Instagram and Facebook and all the influencers, they share the best parts of their life. They hide all of the insecurities and all of the negatives, and they portray the best parts of their life on social media. And especially with teenagers and stuff like that, they're comparing. They're always on social media looking at all these Instagram influencers, and if they don't match up, they're like, why do I feel some kind of way? Why do I feel like this? And they compare themselves, and that's a big contributing factor towards the mental health epidemic. And it is an epidemic. Forget the epidemic that's going on at the moment. That is a much bigger one that's been going for a lot longer. So yeah, that's step 2. I went off on a little bit of a tangent there, but that's step 2. And step 3 is then bringing them into entrepreneurship, and especially affiliate marketing, as I believe affiliate marketing is the best and easiest business model. Unlike a lot of other business models, you haven't got, of course, there's going to be stress in any kind of entrepreneurial endeavor, but I think affiliate marketing especially is the easiest and most simple, because you've got no clients, you've got no deadlines, you've got no stock, no inventory, you've got no support. Your only job is to connect someone who has a problem to someone who has a solution, and then collect that commission in the middle. But yeah, the third step of my charity is to then help them into entrepreneurship, bring them into entrepreneurship, and then sponsor people who are truly struggling with some of these kind of things into certain courses and programs where they can learn to develop as an entrepreneur, and then again have some belief in themselves that they can achieve something and live a life of purpose through entrepreneurship.
You had mentioned that you have a book that actually will tie in together with the charity. Can you tell us a little bit about the book?
Yeah, absolutely. The book is kind of widespread to kind of go out to the masses, and the idea of the book is to have a title so catchy and to catch someone's attention who may be contemplating suicide, and to grab that person and not let go until they've changed their mind. That's the whole premise and the idea of the book. And it's going to share my story. It's going to go deep into a lot deeper than what I've shared before, into my struggles and everything, and also how I overcame them, and kind of inspire people that no matter how bad it gets, that suicide's never the answer, and that you can come back from anything. I mean, look at where I've come from 3 years ago, staring down the bottom of a bottle of pills, to where I am today. It's insane, but kind of sharing my story and kind of digging deep into what I went through and then what I overcame, to help anyone who's contemplating suicide to stop contemplating it. So that's the big idea of the book, to get that out to the masses and help with that. And that's going to tie into the next step. So that's the first step, like I said, is raising awareness around mental health, inspiring people and proving to them that it's never too late and that you can achieve something. And then the next step is then bringing them into entrepreneurship. So I'm going to have some free trainings, some mindset trainings on overcoming mindset challenges, mental health challenges, and also helping them into entrepreneurship. So it's kind of a progression from the book, where it will help them overcome, help them start to heal, and then come into the mindset stuff, the entrepreneurship training, to show them that they can do stuff, that they are capable of doing it, and that they can have some belief in themselves again. And then that will tie into the charity stuff, and the course being offered as a sponsorship by the charity.
That is absolutely amazing, James. I just love how you've shared your struggle. You have a very successful business in a very short amount of time, and now you're giving so much back to help others. And I just, kudos to you, man. That's awesome.
Thank you so much. I mean, yeah, it's what I'm really passionate about. You can probably tell that I'm very passionate about the subject, and it's because I know how it feels to be at the bottom. I know how it feels to never believe in yourself and that you're never going to achieve anything. And I know how that pit can suck you in deeper and deeper until you feel like there's no way out. So I want to try my best to make sure no one ever feels like I did, and make people realize that it's more of a common problem than they know, and that they don't feel so alone.
All right, so James, I know you have something really exciting that you want to talk about too. In addition to everything,
hey Chris, let's just go ahead and run the promo video that he's got going out. It's really, really good.
Well, maybe I should just give it a little bit of like an intro. Like, it is the most complete done for you system ever created. How's that?
Absolutely. Let's roll that beautiful being footage.
Let's roll that what? What was that?
Bush's big beings, I'm messing with you. Let's roll that beautiful being footage.
All right, so let's go with let's roll the tape, Dominic. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's roll the tape.
That is incredible, James.
Oh, absolutely. That is definitely incredible. Tell us a little more about this launch coming up.
Yeah, thanks so much. I put a lot of effort into this one. It is, as you say, the biggest, most complete done-for-you system. There's a lot of done-for-you systems, they just include emails and stuff like that, and there's still some editing to do, but this is absolutely no editing required. So literally every single email, every single page, every single membership area throughout the entire system, you don't have to click edit on anything. You literally put in your details once and the entire system is pulled automatically, as I like to say. So throughout every single button in the membership area, throughout every single email, your signature, everything is auto updated without you ever having to click edit on a single thing. So it is the most complete system. It's done with brand new technology, which has been developed specifically for this program. So I know for a fact that no one's ever built anything like this before. And yeah, there's so much to it. It's incredible.
So you okay, let's understand this whole system. So you have 365 pre-made emails. You have a bunch of different affiliate systems connected with this funnel that you have personally vetted as well, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. There's 40 done for you affiliate offers. So 40 of my personal affiliate offers, which I promote. A lot of them my own as well, because they're really, really good products. But there's 40 done for you tested high converting affiliate offers, which have been personally vetted by me. And then there's a full year's worth of email promotion. So it's promoting those 40 different products as well, one after the other. So if you're an affiliate marketer, I'm sure you know how much time it takes just to edit 20 emails. If you're running a promo for someone, how long it takes uploading 20 emails, changing your links in each one, and then changing your signature on each one takes enough time as it is. That this is over a year's worth of done for you emails automatically updated with your links, with your signature and everything. So it's really huge, and that's just the tip of the iceberg with this, because you also get 12 done for you high converting landing pages, 12 done for you tested bridge pages. You get a full sales page for your done for you affiliate marketing course. You get a full white label affiliate marketing course with 22 videos, 2.5 hours of content, which you can brand to yourself, sell for a price point set by you. And the awesome thing is that a lot of the videos, they talk about different tools, how to set stuff up. So the recommended resources section below each video, we might be talking about how to set up a landing page in one video, or how to find affiliate offers in another video. So below that video, you'll have a Builderall link. Below another video, you'll have a link to JBZoo and a link to these 40 different products. And they're all of the buttons inside that members area is automatically updated with all of your links instantly without you ever having to click edit at all.
All right, wait a minute. So you're saying it's like almost like a plug and go type of system. I mean,
yeah, it's a full affiliate marketing ecosystem. It's all done for you completely. Like the lead magnets, the PDF lead magnets. I've got a software in there where you literally just put in your name, you put in your company name, you put in your links, and it spits out a fully branded PDF to you. You don't have to have the Word document. You just put in your links and it spits out the PDF document. You can then put in that document, the PDF, into the auto tags area, the same with all of your affiliate links and your name and everything, and it pulls that into all of the pages, pulls that into the emails and everything. So it truly is, you never have to click edit on a single thing throughout the entire system. You've got a full year-long affiliate marketing machine working for you.
So James, to make all of this mega funnel work, where it's all automatic, where your emails will automatically plug all your links right in, you don't have to edit them, you don't have to put anything in them. It's there, it's done for you, but you needed a system to do this with, and my understanding is that you worked with Eric Salgado, the CEO of Builderall. So the Builderall developers went in and added all kinds of features in the back end of the Builderall system to throw your mega funnel in there and auto tag everything for you. Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been working closely with Eric and the developers for several months now to get this so it works exactly how I need it to work, which is no editing, no editing required on anything. So yeah, I've been working directly with the developers with Eric, and they've developed it all for me to make this work. So it's been absolutely incredible. Like I said, this is custom development. It's not available anywhere else. There's no other program which this can be hosted on, which this can be done on, and it's all done inside Builderall, which is absolutely fantastic. And that's also just the tip of the iceberg. Again, this is just the done for you system, and the done for you system is absolutely amazing. It is an awesome system, and that is the meat and potatoes of what the massive done for you affiliate blueprint is. But there's also tons of training videos on almost every single traffic source you can imagine. There's tons of training on affiliate marketing, on copywriting, on email marketing, on everything. I've designed this to be the one-stop shop that you need. Of course, when you go in there, you don't want to watch every single email, every single video straight away, because you'll get like, your brain will explode. But whatever you want, whatever direction you want to go in, whatever you want to do, it's there for you to go forward with. So there's so much value. It's absolutely insane. I've even got some amazing legends in there doing some breakthrough sessions for everyone as well, such as like Matt Bazak, Peter Wolfin, and some other legends like that as well, to come in and do breakthrough sessions, which is insane. So the value is off the charts with this one. One of my biggest fears when developing this was to not make something that was good enough. And I see a lot of programs out there that are selling for $1,000, $1,500, and they're just information. And although they're good information, it's not got any substance to it. So I really wanted to go over the top with this one and make something that was absolutely incredible. And actually, my mentor was my first paying customer. They paid me full price to get access to it. And he said it perfectly. He said he's done multiple $1 million launches with massive marketers such as Rich Sheffer and Mike Filsame and everything like that in the past. And he said if he showed it to someone and they were like, "Oh, that's pretty cool," that they didn't have it dialed in yet. But when you show it to someone and they're like, "Holy crap, that is amazing, how can I get access to it now?" Then you know that you've got a winning product. And that was exactly what he did. He saw it, I showed him behind the scenes, and he was like, "Holy crap, how can I get access to this now?" So he was my first paying customer. And like I said, I wanted to really over deliver and go all out with this one. And he said that it could easily be sold for $5,000 plus with the amount of work that's gone into it, because it's been a labor of love for about a year now since I first started working on it. So a heck of a lot of work has gone into this, a heck of a lot of development, design, and getting everything together, the training. There's honestly not a more complete system out there on the market, and nothing comes close for under $25,000. I can tell you that.
Well, I'm with your mentor for sure. I mean, how do I get access to this? Are you doing any type of pre-registration, pre-launch? How do I get involved?
Yeah, I'm doing a few beta testers. I've got a few beta testers in. I'm looking for a few more just to go through the system, test everything out, give me feedback, and also get some like personal help from me. So my mentor actually wanted me to charge $5,000 for this because of the personal time that you'll get with me and everything else, and being one to get early access to a system which is incredible before everyone else does. But I decided against that, and I decided just to charge the regular price, which is going to be $997. So I do have a couple of more beta spots left, a couple more beta early access spots left. But the condition is you need to be committed to go through the system and provide me with an awesome testimonial before the launch. So I am looking for a couple more people to get in early on that and get that system set up. Like I said, you'll be ahead of the curve with everyone else, and you get some personal feedback from me as well.
That's fantastic. Yes, we're going to put some links down below for James for his beta testing. He's probably going to have an upcoming registration for his webinar, pre-launch. All that information will be down in the description for you guys.
Absolutely. I can put my JV page links down the bottom so you can see what's all included. The sales page isn't up yet, and if you are interested in becoming a beta tester, then you can reach out to me on the email. There's not going to be like an open registration, so I'll be hand selecting a couple of people to go through the beta testing with me.
That's fantastic. And just full disclosure, I am a beta tester for this system, and I will tell you right now, if there's a spot open, grab it. It's worth the $9.97. It is definitely worth it. I mean, that is, when you see this, it will blow your mind. So if you want to be a beta tester, if you want to pre-register for a webinar or anything like that, check these links in the description and sign up.
Thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate that. That's the kind of feedback that I was hoping for when I put it out there. It was kind of mind blowing. There's nothing else out there like it, I believe. So I'm glad that it's getting the feedback that I intended it to get.
Yeah. So are you going to be offering like an affiliate system with this? So, say I come in, I love it, and I'm like, hey, I want to share this with other people. Are you doing like an affiliate system with it as well?
Yeah, once it launches, it will be there'll be a 40% affiliate program, so you can get 40%, or actually 45% on the super checkout. It's 40% on JVZoo or 45% on the super checkout because JVZoo charges 5%. So instead of keeping the 5% for myself, I actually pass that saving on to the affiliates. So 45% for the super checkout, 40% if you want to promote it on JVZoo. So yeah, anyone can sign up to be an affiliate. And actually, one of the features inside of the course, if you're a member, is there's a monthly contest. Whoever sells the most each month is going to get some special perks, some special bonuses. So 100% commissions for the next month. So if you sell it, once the price raises to $2,000, you'll get $2,000 if you sell it. If you've won the competition the month before, you will get 100% for the next month for any that you sell, as well as a bunch of other bonuses and a bunch of other cool stuff as well.
Wow. That's insane, James. I got a question for you here. What made you, and I've asked you this before privately, but what made you think of this?
The thought was put in my head by my mentor about a year ago, like I said, and he said to me, "You've got to have your own product." And like I said, the thing that made me want to make something so complete and so push button and so easy was helping people to break into affiliate marketing without having any restrictions at all, to break down all barriers. Like I said, when I first got started, because of my near suicide attempt, I had a burning desire to push through and make it, and I was focused as heck to make it no matter what. A lot of people, they won't have that kind of tenacity and drive. So I wanted to make it as easy as possible to get some results as quickly as possible, not have to go through the 6 months to a year's worth of setup, which it would take to set a system like this up on your own, to do the research for all the programs, to get every single web page set up, to get every single email and everything set up with all of your links would take at least 6 months to a year, depending on how tech savvy you are. So it was to break down all barriers so anyone could come in and get started in affiliate marketing with no barriers whatsoever. But yeah, what I did want to talk about was the JV launch, and the fact that we're aiming to raise $100,000 for a charity of the top JV's choice. So whoever wins first place during the launch will also choose what percentage of the profits go to the charity. So that it's got to be a mental health awareness or a suicide prevention charity. But I'm aiming to raise at least 100,000 towards a suicide prevention or a mental health awareness charity of the top JV's choice. So whoever places first gets to choose that charity.
Oh wow, that's fantastic.
When you promote my course as a JV, obviously Builderall is the system where the program where the system is all hosted. So what I've done is I've set it up so when you send someone to buy my course, I don't get the sale when someone signs up for Builderall inside my course. You get the sale. If they're cookied to you, then you will get the sale inside my course. My affiliate link is not inside there at all. So it's a dual benefit. I've tried to do that. There's a lot of affiliate programs inside there to sign up for. And as much as I'm capable to do, I've set it so that you get the sale instead of me when someone signs up for Builderall and when someone signs up for the other affiliate programs. So when you promote my course as a JV, as an affiliate, not only are you going to get massive $450 commissions for each sale, but you're also going to get the affiliate commissions from anyone who registers for Builderall and anyone who registers for the other affiliate programs inside as well.
Wow, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
So, James, you've overcome a lot, and your story is extremely inspirational. I know you inspire me. Are there any tips that you can give our audience to how you've overcome all this and become so successful?
Absolutely, that's a brilliant question, and there's so many things that have contributed to me being able to achieve what I've achieved in a short time frame, and it's amazing how little things that you think are so insignificant at the time can go on to be so powerful later on. I mean, I can think of at least a dozen times where if I'd have said no to something or I hadn't done something, that things could have gone completely a different way. And there's so many times where I could have said no to something due to fear or due to doubt. And if I had, then I know that I would not be anywhere near as far along as I am today. I mean, the first time I got asked to speak on a summit, the first time I got asked to speak on stage, the first time for so many things where I almost said no and sometimes did say no at first. So close. I could have been. I could have ended up on a way different path if I'd have said no to those things. So, one big thing is always say yes to opportunities. Never say no because of doubt or fear. That's a massive one. And actually, the first time that I spoke on a summit is I almost said no, and I did say no originally, and then I thought of a quote by Richard Branson: if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, say yes and then learn how to do it later. And I actually got asked to fill in on a summit for someone just 2 days beforehand because someone was sick, so they couldn't do it. So I didn't have a lot of time to prepare. I didn't have a lot of time to learn how to do it. But I went out, I bought a brand new microphone, I bought a brand new webcam, and practiced. I scripted everything out, and I got it to what I thought was perfect, right? But around came the day, and people said they could barely hear me. They could hear me very slightly, and people were leaning in, trying to hear me, trying to listen to everything I was going to say. I was saying, and it was about 30-minute long summit. So yeah, the presentation went on for about 30 minutes, and I was trying to figure out why no one could hear me. But I finished the presentation, and at the end of it, I looked down and I saw a red light on my microphone, and I quickly turned the same color because I'd done the entire presentation on mute without even realizing it. I was so nervous at the time that I forgot to unmute myself. So I did the entire presentation on mute and couldn't figure it out because I was so nervous. But that brings me on to my next big tip is to surround yourself with supportive people, surround yourself with a supportive network of people who truly care. And most of my life I was with people who at the first chance would put me down, would take the pee out of me, and just destroy my confidence. So this was the first time that I kind of realized that there was more nice people in the world than nasty. And the Builderall community, it was a Builderall summit, and the Builderall community helped me so much, was really supportive and invited me to do a re-record that weekend as well. So imagine if I hadn't been in a supportive community, if I'd have been in a negative community which would have put me down instead of built me up. I dread to think what kind of direction that could have put me in. I was just starting to build my confidence up, and to do something that incredibly stupid in public certainly didn't help my confidence, but the way that the community supported me and helped me through it certainly did. So having a supportive network around me is absolutely integral to my growth and my quick coming from where I was. And if I didn't have that supportive community, I dread to think where I would have been today. And again, you don't want to compare yourself to others. If you compare yourself, your step 1 to someone's step 5, it's not a fair comparison. The only person that you should be comparing yourself to is your past self. Where were you a day ago? Where were you a week ago, a month ago, or a year ago? You should never, ever compare yourself to anyone else, because it's just a recipe for disaster. And which brings me into my next tip, which is push yourself a little every day. Push yourself, do something that scares you every day. Keep building yourself up step by step by step. Like I said earlier, if you push yourself a little bit each day, do something that scares you, you'll look back on it in a month's time or 3 months' time, and you'll be like, how the heck did I get here? That wasn't even on my radar a month ago, and now I'm able to do this. Anyone who knows me, I mean, Dominic's known me for a long time. Where I was a year ago to where I am now, I would script everything out. I would worry, I would stress, and now I can kind of jump on an interview, jump on a summit with little to no preparation, and talk without much preparation. So push yourself every day and never compare yourself to others. And one final big tip is to don't be afraid to open up. Like I said, there's a lot more nice people in the world than nasty. I was used to the most nasty people a lot of my life, but once you open up and realize there's a lot more people going through the same thing as you, then it becomes easier. It's like a weight's lifted. You don't feel so alone. And you never know how many people you're going to affect just by sharing your story and opening up with one person. And that became blatantly obvious to me the first time that I shared my story. The first time that I shared my story with someone in New York. It was the first time that I went to New York, and I got an Uber ride into the city. And we spoke for a little while. He asked what I did, and we got onto my story. We got onto entrepreneurship, and I told him my story. And he, at the end of it, he said, we exchanged numbers. We exchanged WhatsApp numbers at the end of it. He told me that he had been sexually abused as a child as well. He had suicidal thoughts in the last 6 months alone. And the next day he sends me a message on WhatsApp and says, thank you so much for opening up to me and sharing your story, being honest with me. It was what prompted my honesty. I've never done that before. And that guy had carried that around, the sexual abuse, the suicidal thoughts, and that he'd carried that around for 10, 20 years, never opening up to anyone in his family or anyone, until a complete stranger opened up to him and gave him the courage to be able to open up about it. So you never know how many people are going through the same thing, and you never know how many people you're going to help by opening up and telling your story. And again, in Germany, the first time I spoke in Germany, it was my second time on stage, but my first time in Germany. And there was a lady on straight after me who was really nervous. She'd never been on stage before, and I was on just before her. And she came up to me after she spoke, and she said, "I was really terrified, but I thought of your story. I thought of your story while I was speaking, and it stopped me from running off stage." And so she's gone on to speak at other events now, and potentially touching tens of thousands of lives. Because she pushed through because of my story. So, like I say, you never know how many people you're going to affect just by helping one person and sharing your story with one person.
That's some fantastic advice, James. Thank you so much for sharing.
No problem. I appreciate it, and yeah, it's been. It can be tough sometimes sticking to one thing until you succeed. It can be tough sometimes, but if you stick to something until you succeed, there's no way. It's mathematically impossible to fail if you keep to one thing. The only time that you really fail is when you quit. So
true. We're so excited for you, James. You're such a leader, definitely in the Builderall community, and I know outside of the Builderall community. You just have become just a superstar. You're like the rock star, man. So
thank you so much. It's been an incredible journey over the last few years, and I'm looking forward to what the next few years will bring. I mean, I couldn't see myself where I am today 3 years ago. I can't even imagine where we're going to be in 3 years' time. It's super exciting.
And James, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. This has been really, really good stuff. I'm sure it's going to help a lot of people out there just getting started in affiliate marketing. Normally we would give you this mug for coming on the show, but since you're a multi six-figure earner, I think you need to buy it. We're going to drop a link down and below so you can purchase your own mug. No, I'm just kidding. Send me your address and we'll get one over to you, buddy.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. And thanks so much for having me on again. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here.
What's the funnel name?
Tailor Your Future Massive Affiliate Blueprint.
Yes. When that launches, we'll definitely have James back on the show if he's willing. And we'll show you guys the inside of the funnel.
Absolutely.
Which will be fun.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching the show. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. We check them daily. And don't forget, if you haven't tried out the new Builderall, you can get it for a limited time for $1 for the next 30 days by clicking the link in the description. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and we'll see you next time on Coffee Talk Marketing. Bye, everybody.